I'm the token black kid in your neighborhood, Hadia.
And I'm the 99th red balloon, Mario.
And welcome to Alrightness,
a movie review YouTube series where we watch movies and tell you about them.
Whether you like it or not.
Because we've got opinions about things.
Whether you like it or not.
Today, we are watching the...
It Chapter 1.
Yes.
The new one.
Yes.
Because It Chapter 2 just came out this week.
And it is something that we're going to have to enjoy ourselves with.
Yes. We're going to review that next week. We will not spoil it, but we will spoil this one. It's a 2-year-old, 3-year-old movie.
Is it 3?
Uh-huh.
Already?
2016, I think, is when it came out.
Probably.
I don't know. We don't do research.
Research is for people who care about things.
I mean, we care, but it's not our brand.
It's very not on brand.
Yes, so we're going to watch the first chapter.
But not the whole original one with Tim Curry.
This is the one with the new kids. With
Yeah.
Finn Wolfhard,
Skarsgård and
Skarsgård, and
other people.
All right. Let's do it. Okay.
Spoopy.
So there's children outside, and hopefully
I never wished Pennywise was real.
Same. Hopefully he gets them.
Hopefully, if we're lucky.
If we're lucky, probably not though.
No, it's daytime.
Yep.
And we're not a random.
I know why this frame is weird. Look how far back the camera is.
Yeah.
We never did
Also,
that
it's
before.
crooked.
Yep. So we watched It Chapter 1. This is my third time in like a month and a half watching this movie.
I haven't seen this since I saw it in theaters when it came out.
3 years ago, I think.
We also didn't research that while we were watching it.
I was
we
playing
researched
Angry
a bunch
Birds.
of other stuff.
I was playing Angry Birds. If you haven't seen this movie, it's 2 years old, and also a remake,
and also a book.
So,
spoiler alert.
It was great.
Yeah.
It's good. These kids,
A small town
in Maine,
has a rash of child abduction and murders, but all the parents seem to either not notice or care too much.
You know what I just realized? Light bulb, Jerry. Remember when Ben was saying that Gary has a higher murder rate than any other state, and he goes, and that's just the grown-ups?
Yes, I don't think that was Ben, though.
Ben, the fat kid, right?
No, Ben is Georgie's brother.
So he says that. What if the reason that those murders are higher for the adults is because all the kids that die kill their parents?
No, he said that's just the adults. Kids are worse.
No, I know, but what if all of those murders, because they're so high, is because the kids that get murdered by it are also killing their parents? Because isn't it weird that 2 of those kids kill their parents?
I think that was it manipulating them into killing their
parents. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the fact that...
but he's only awake every 27 years.
Yes, but he also didn't mention what time period these murders are happening. He just said it's got the highest rate per capita, and that's just counting adults. That doesn't... He said the kids are worse.
He says, something
but
weird about this town.
He didn't say yet, because he didn't realize at that point that there was every 27 years. Remember, it wasn't until they got to that weird carnival thing that they realized that it was every 27 years.
No, I think he realized it because he saw the pattern because he's been researching. He said
he said it later.
No, he said it was this event, and this event.
Yeah,
and that was all.
But that what I'm saying is that scene where he mentioned all that comes after the waterhole scene. What if all those adult murders are just children killing their parents? Because he never mentions when those murders.
Yeah, they say it's just a bunch of weird things.
Yeah, but he doesn't mention when those murders happen.
And in my Wikipedia reading, apparently
Mario Wikipedia'd the book, you guys, so he didn't have to read it.
So I could see if I wanted to read it.
So he didn't have to. Those are his words verbatim.
It goes into slumber every 27 years, but then awakens after a massive tragic event. So I don't know what the tragic event was that woke him up this time.
Maybe it was the rainstorm. Maybe that was like a hurricane.
Maybe. Because he mentions the ironworks explosion, the nightclub that burned down.
The Dark Spot, whatever that was.
It was a black-owned nightclub that was burned down by a racist cult. And then the Easter egg hunt where a bunch of people died.
Wasn't that the Ironworks explosion during the Easter egg hunt?
Was it?
I think so.
Oh. Then there was some other thing that I've already forgotten.
So these 6 kids, the Losers Club.
Yeah.
They're just like, you know, the outcasts of the town. There's one black kid because they're still in Maine. It's still racist up there.
And it's 1980
and it's 1989. And so yes, so there's a black kid, a fat kid, a girl who may or may not be loose.
Yep.
And then 4 nerds. Yeah, 4 nerds.
Yeah.
So that's 7 kids. I don't know how to count. And they best this demon clown
that likes to take the form of their greatest fears because he likes to eat them, and when they're scared, they taste better.
I know that they don't mention in the other movie why he takes the form of the clown, but I think it's literally just because kids are more likely to respond to a clown rather than just a random adult.
Yeah.
You know, it's easier for him to trap them by looking like something that may or may not be fun. Even though clowns are still terrifying, kids will still go to an event that there's a clown at. These kids are all seeing this clown, but they all come from some kind of broken home. Bill's
trauma.
Little brother Georgie is the first victim of Pennywise during this new. He's like a cicada. He comes back every 27 years. There's Beverly, whose dad sexually abuses her.
They also explain why in the new movie as well.
Okay, Eddie, whose mom has Munchausen by proxy.
Yep.
There's the black kid whose both his parents died in a fire, and I guess he kind of goes to work on the farm his dad used to work on, and like that's his foster home. There's Richie, whose parents we never find out about, but based on the way he acts, he probably is just neglected.
Yeah, he probably just doesn't have parents.
Like, I think he has parents, but they don't give a
I mean, he had to come from somewhere.
He had to come from somewhere, and he doesn't.
Yeah, they never.
He doesn't mention that he doesn't have parents, so I think his parents are just those parents, those quintessential '80s parents that just don't care where he is.
Yeah. Yeah, they never show his parents. They never mention his parents.
Never mention him. And then the Jewish kid, what's his name? Stan. And then there's Stan, who's also got parents that clearly they don't give a fuck.
No, his dad's an asshole.
Is he?
Yeah, his dad's the rabbi.
That was his dad?
Yeah, his dad's the rabbi.
Literally 3 times watching that show, I never got that was his dad.
Yeah, because he's doing his practices at the synagogue. Synagogue's the Jewish church, right? Yes. So he's doing his practice. He's practicing the Torah at the synagogue because he's going to have his bar mitzvah. And the rabbi comes and is like, "Oh, you haven't been practicing. I can tell you've been practicing. How embarrassing is it going to be when the son of the rabbi can't even read the Torah at his own bar mitzvah?"
I hear that part and I completely forget.
And then he's like, that's when he's like, go put it back in my office. It's obviously not getting used. And then he walks by the creepy painting, which is his fear goblin. Yeah, and then they realize that because their fear makes them more powerful, they realize that, you know, in order to defeat him, they have to not be afraid of him. So they'll confront him and kill him, and then make a pact with each other to come back if it ever comes back. And that's the movie of Chapter 1.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job with the casting. A lot of the child actors were really good. I'm sorry, Finn Wolfhard, but I cannot stand him.
I think he keeps getting it's because of his look. Like, his look is a very quintessential 80s nerd, but he is not an 80s nerd, and so for him it's hard.
It's not even that. It's just like, they're like, all right, be scared, and he just talks faster. Like, his only modes are like,
that's what I mean. I think
talking
in his mind
and talking faster.
I think in his mind that's what he thinks those characters would do. That 80, because you know what? I guarantee you he watched all movies with Corey Feldman in it, because that's how Corey Feldman is too. Corey Feldman talks way too fast, which is why he was Mouth in The Goonies. And so and so
I'm sure
I think
they had
he's
to essentially watch The Goonies.
And so he has watched all these movies with Corey Feldman in it, and he's just trying to emulate Corey Feldman. Starting from Best Actor, Georgie.
That little kid can act. You finish that word.
I was gonna say nugget, But my brain was like, no, that's a bad word.
Nugget's not a bad word.
It's not, but I think my brain also thought I was going to say a different word. Even though my complete, impetus was to go, that little nugget. I think the reason he's such a good actor is because he's little and no one has stifled any of his creative stuff yet.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, I learned in my acting class, in our voice class, the reason so many people have problems with their speech and stuff like that is because growing up, with those kids screaming outside, no one has told them to shut the f yet. And that's why they're doing that. But the older they get, the more people will tell them to be quiet, the more that they'll build up their whole, oh, I can't do this, I gotta be reserved, I have to be socially acceptable, I can't. And you develop all these things, and I think that's why that little boy is so good, is because he's the youngest out of all of them. So all of them have grown up. They're because what's her name? The girl that played Beverly, I don't remember her name. She was 16 when she filmed this, playing a 13-year-old. Then the black kid was 15, I think. Then it was Finn Wolfhard, and then the rest of them were all 14 years old. And so, and then it was Georgie, who was 8 or 9. And so he still had that whole, I can be weird and no one's going to tell me it's weird because I'm a small child.
Yeah. Also, children in horror movies are terrifying.
So what do you give it?
It Chapter 1 gets a yes bitch work.
Oh my god, we're at 44 minutes.
Yeah, because we went on a 20-minute rant about ghosts. Go see it somewhere. It's on Amazon. You can rent it.
It's on Amazon, $3.99
to rent it, or you can buy it for $10.
I'm sure it's in red boxes somewhere. If you live in Indiana, where that one singular Blockbuster still exists,
it's probably
the
there.
Blockbuster. I give it 1 punch because of that fat suit.
That's it.
Nice. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And not even I don't know if you can do half a punch, Jerry, but it's really just half a punch because it's just y'all could have done better. You could have put pillows in her costume and it would have looked better than that fat suit.
Yeah, you could just do
because I think the other thing that bothered me was they put her in this fat suit, but then did nothing to her face, nothing to her arms.
Her
they didn't
face
do
was
any
very slim.
They didn't do any practical, which is why she's just. That's why I said she's a thick woman, because you could tell she had thicker calves and thicker arms, but she wasn't the size that they were trying to insinuate she was.
Yeah.
And they did nothing to her face, which is, I think that's why I like the sextuplets fat suits, because they built it up into the neck and through the face, and they gave them an appropriate frame. Yeah. She does not have an appropriate frame. She looked like a Eminem. I don't think we cursed at all when it's a 2-year-old, 3-year-old movie. Shut the up yet.
Horror movies are terrifying.
That fat suit looked like a Eminem this episode. We'll find out, Jerry.
I probably did.
All together, we give it an
all right. Go see this movie. There's no reason not to. Unless you don't like scary movies, then do not watch this movie.
Yeah. Leave comments for any movies that you want to see us watch down below. If you're too scared to watch a movie, or if you just want to torture us like Omar did.
We're still not done with the Human Centipede.
Still not done with Human Centipede, but we got to take a break because it's too Caucasian for me. I can't.
Yeah, we still have a third one to go, and he's making a new movie.